Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, well, what are you doing? We don't allow new people here. Hey Alexa, what is comedy? Hmm, I guess Alexa is asleep right now. Anyways, today's video is going to be covering how to make a game using AI tools. See, I want the game to be an open world game, and I want it to be a survival game where the player can choose a location from the Earth to actually face a survival scenario. I'm using a program called Cursor. It takes advantage of AI models such as ChatGPT and Claude. I am using the free plan, so I only get, I think it's 150 different premium prompts for using the premium models, which Claude is one of. But as you can see, under the composer, I am using GPT-4o Mini because you get unlimited prompts for free. I know basically nothing about game design. I am studying C#, but that's going to take a while before I can make my own code. I have worked on a couple of different projects, such as making a dating app. So I'm going to make the initial prompt as detailed as I can. I've noticed that these AI models will get stuck. They will start going in loops and telling you to do the same thing over and over again. And if they can't find a solution to the problem or error that occurs, they'll tell you to scrap the project and start all over, which is no good. I mean, I'm not doing any of the real work. I'm just asking the AI model to do the work for me, but I really don't want to start all over anytime that I run into an issue. So there was the initial prompt that I used for GPT-4o Mini to create a plan for the game. You can see it has written that into a text file. And it looks good so far, so I'm going to move on to the next step. And this will be the first time that I open up the Unity app. So opening up Unity, I'm not sure if GPT-4o Mini actually uses a different editor model of Unity, but I'm going to switch it to the current version. Kinda just fumbling my way around here. I really have no idea what I'm doing. This is not what I'm supposed to do though. And since I don't know what I'm doing, I will ask ChatGPT what they mean by that. How do I run the code? And this part I think is actually pretty cool because it's teaching me a little bit about how to use Unity. If I wanted to, I could actually study the code and maybe, just maybe, my smooth brain would understand a little bit more about how to write C#. But for now, I'm just going to poke and prod the AI until it does what I want it to do. Rename to Plan Writer, as the AI says to do. And it says to open this up in a code editor, which I don't have any installed, so Notepad it is. And there's the game plan pasted in. I'll save that. Wait for Unity to reload. So now to create another script called Game Manager. We'll open that up in the Notepad again. Paste the new code, save, and wait for reload. So now it looks like we need to create an empty game object. We need to name that game manager. Attach the game manager script to the game manager game object. Now we just click play to run the game, and the write plan method will be executed. And I'm fumbling again. This is not where I need to be. Bear with me as I find my bearings. Click the play button in the Unity editor to run the game. This looks like a play button. And there's the text document. This does seem like kind of a long way around to actually write a script, write another script to run that script, just to create a text document, but hey, if it works, it works. So let's see what Mr. GPT says I should do next. Step 1 would be to design a world map, so let's work on that. I am purposely asking the AI if they can create it because I want the AI to do as much as possible. Not only because I'm lazy, but because I want to see what the AI can do. I'm not lazy, by the way. This is actually a lot of work for my poor smooth brain. And of course, the AI cannot actually do things in Unity. It can write code, which is very nice. But as far as actually creating assets, it's just going to tell me how to do it, which is fine. I am actually eager to learn how to do this stuff too. So for now, it looks like we need to open Unity Hub and create a new 3D project. But first, a map of the Earth. This one looks pretty nice. But I think I'm going to go with this one. We'll go with no clouds. Save that real quick and go back to Unity. Create a new project. Many options, many options. I think for this one, I'm going to choose the high definition 3D because I want to see what kind of features it has. We'll name the project Globe. And this takes a while, so I'm going to skip until this is done loading. And so here we are in Unity Editor, the high definition version. We'll just drag and drop this over here. And it looks like we need another 3D object, which will be a sphere, obviously. So let's create that. And rename it to Globe. And now we need to create a material for the globe. And I thought that I would name that Earth, but the AI wants me to name it Globe Material, so for the sake of confusion later on, I'm going to name it what ChatGPT says to name it. Now this part I was not able to find. It says in the inspector, find the albedo property. I'm looking over it and I don't see anything that says albedo. So if any of you are familiar with Unity, please let me know. For now, I'm just going to skip that part and I'm going to drag the Earth texture onto the globe. As it says, drag globe material onto the globe sphere in the hierarchy to apply the texture. And after zooming in, we can see that the Earth texture was applied pretty much perfectly. Pretty amazing how the Unity engine just knows it can take that rectangular map and put it onto the sphere perfectly. So what's the next step? Looks like I can adjust the scale of the sphere, and I also need to add a camera. And the scene already has a camera, since there is one that says main camera and sun. And that's the position, not the scale. This is the scale. And that doesn't look right. If the camera is behind the globe and looking away from the globe, I think that needs to be -5. And now that we have a good view of the globe, we will create another script to make the Earth rotate. Delete that. Go back to cursor and copy the code to rotate the globe. Copy and paste the code. And save the file. Attach the script to the globe. But we run into an error. So I'll copy that error. Paste it back into cursor. And see if it can give me an answer. So I'll copy the code once again. I'm pretty sure it's the same, but I'm going to follow this step by step, exactly what the AI tells me to do. I'm going to do it all. The AI can get confused very easily, just like me. But we get the same error, so let's go back to cursor and see what else we can do. And it is named correctly. And we will re-import the script and see if that works. Success! It looks like it worked. There's the globe rotator script attached to the globe game object. And it looks like we just need to click play, and we will see the globe start to rotate. Fingers crossed this works. And it does work. Very cool to see. But now, rather than have the globe rotate at a constant speed, I want the player to be able to rotate the globe to choose whichever area they would like to choose. It might be kind of hard to aim at a certain spot while the globe is just constantly rotating. So let's copy this part, paste that into the composer. Looks like we need to make a new script. Let's open that up in the notepad. Paste the code here and save the file again. Next step is to create a tag and tag the globe. So add tag, name it globe. Now just to figure out how to get back out of this menu. Go back to the globe object. And there's the globe tag. What's next? Attach the script. Drag and drop. So we press play and test the interactivity. And at the bottom left of the screen you can see it does log where you've clicked on the globe, but it looks like the globe is still rotating at a constant. So let's see what kind of prompt I can put in to rewrite that code so that you can click on the globe and rotate it to whichever part of the globe you'd like to. Being as specific as I can, actually kind of repeating myself so that the AI does not get confused and understands exactly what I want it to do. We'll see how this works out. And so another copy and paste. We will overwrite the previous code. Open in Notepad just like always. delete all of this, save the file, and wait for Unity to reload. This is kind of tedious, but I am enjoying myself. Since I don't actually know very much about C# programming language, it's pretty nice that I can have AI write code for me like this. So let's press play and see how this code works. Can we rotate the globe to whichever position we would like it to be at? My computer is not the best, but I am glad that it works. Let's see. Looks like we can rotate the globe any way that we would like to. Very glad to see that that just worked. So let's go back up, copy this part, paste that back into the composer, and let's see what the AI comes up with next. Looks like we need to create a UI panel. So back in Unity, let's create the UI canvas. Go to UI again and create a panel. This will be the background for the text to be displayed on. And look at how small our Earth is compared to the size of the UI panel. First, to make the globe bigger. And now to figure out how to move the panel up and over to the right so it's not behind the globe. This may not be the best way of doing this, but I think that looks pretty good for now. I'm not sure what these triangles do, but I'm going to line them up with the panel. And back in Cursor, let's see what the next step will be. I'll go ahead and import both the essentials and the examples and extras. We'll just wait for this to finish. Alright, looks like the extras, examples, and essentials are all imported. I'm not sure what those are, but they might be useful later. So we need to rename the text object. And now we need to create another C# script. But first I'm going to figure out what the AI means. Set the text to something like location info. I'm pretty sure, looking back on this situation, that it's just talking about the text. Right now it says new text, which is fine. And now I see the mistake that I've made. I'm pretty sure that just renames the game object. And yes, it does. Now the game object is named location info, which is okay. I'm figuring all of this out as I go. I'll just resize this to actually match the panel. And it looks like I need to move the camera back a little bit so I can actually see the Earth and the panel. It looks like the camera is inside at the very center of the globe, so I've got to figure out how to move that back. So now to create that C# script for the location info, as per usual, delete and paste the new code, save the file, and go on to the next step. And here's where I run into a little bit of a problem. It says in the inspector, assign the info panel field to the panel you created, which goes just fine, but then the next step says to assign the location info text field to the location info object. That doesn't work. So I'll take a screenshot, upload that screenshot back to Cursor, and let's see what GPT says. How do I fix this? Alright, so step 1 is to select the canvas. Canvas selected. And it says to look in the inspector window. I should see the location info script component attached to the canvas. I'm going to take this step by step to see if I've missed anything. There's the location info script. And there we go. This is different. So that part is done. But here's where I run into a problem. For the location info text field, there are no game objects listed. You cannot drag and drop. And this is pretty much where I'm stuck. I go back and forth here for a little while, but I think I'm going to bring this video to a close. If anyone out there knows how to use Unity and knows what I'm doing wrong, please let me know. I would very much greatly appreciate it. Anywho, I guess that's all for this video. I'm going to put this project on hold for just a little while. I know, Google is my friend. I can just search for these things, which I did. But also, I hope that one of you out there would like to be my friend and can hold my hand and tell me exactly what to do. If not, I will figure it out eventually. But for now, I'm going to record some gameplay on Minecraft. I hope everyone out there has a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.